I'm so bored with this program. I'm so bored with this song. Bored in the morning, bored all day. I'm so bored all night long. Hey guys, welcome to another guitar tutorial. Today we're doing a song by Gallagher and John Squire. So this song's called I'm So Bored and it's from their new album. So I've been doing a few videos on that recently, so for other songs. So yeah, this is just another one of those. The song is in standard tuning, and if you want to match the recording, put the capo on the 3rd fret. Okay, so there is a few parts to it. So you've got an introduction, a verse. There isn't really a chorus. There's an instrumental section which is like a bridge, and then there's an outro section, okay? But they all use kind of the same chords, so once you get the hang of the main chord progression, you'll be fine. Okay, so this is how the intro sounds. Okay, so that was the intro. The intro is actually played about 4 times, but yeah, I'll just show you how to play the main chord progression and you'll be able to get the hang of that. So the first chord is a G, okay? A G major, so you want 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A string, and 3rd fret on the high E. Okay? And then you want to leave your little finger on the high E string and then do an F shape, okay? So that's 1st fret on the B string, 2nd fret on the G, and 3rd fret on the D, okay? And 3rd fret on the high E as well. So you have G, then F, then C. So C, leave your little finger on the high E all the time. And you've got C, which is 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, and 1st fret on the B still. So you've gone from F to C, and then you go back to a G. Okay, so you can just play the intro like this. But if you wanted to sort of add a few inflections to the sound, what you can do is hammer on the B string with your index finger, and hammer on the D string and the G string when you're on the 2nd fret. Okay, so on the G you can play that normally, but on the F you can hammer on this B, so yeah, and then on the C you can hammer on with that same finger but on the D string. Okay, so and then on the 2nd G, you can hammer on the B string on the 1st fret. Okay, so that's just more advanced, but it sort of kind of matches the guitar solo of the actual song, but you don't have to do that. It just sort of adds something better to it, I'd say. And then you go, yes, you do that 4 times, and then you go into the verse. Okay, so I'm gonna play the verse for you, but I'm gonna do the 2nd verse, okay? Because it has an extra element at the end compared to the first. And I actually played the first in the intro to the video, so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, it's basically the same, there's just an extra element, so I want to show you that. So it sounds like this. I'm so bored when you talk to me. I'm so bored when you're mute. Bored with your jackets, bored with your boots. I'm so bored when you're cute. Gonna get out. Okay, so that last bit there was actually the introduction chords again. Okay, but so yeah, I'll show you the actual chords for the verse. So you have a G, then an F, like we did before, then a C, then a G. Okay, then you go back to a G, F, C, G. Then you do an F, C, and G. Okay, so on the first verse, that will be enough. But on the second verse, you stay on that G, so you go, and then you play a G, I think 7. So it's just pressing down on the B string on the first fret. Okay, so you have this chord is a G, and then a G7 is that. I don't know if it's actually a G7. I don't know what the name is, but it's a different chord. Okay, so it's G, and we're going to call it G7. Yeah, and then so you play a G, and then you go into that introduction chord progression again. Okay, and you only do that twice, I think, and then you go into the next verse. Okay, so there is another little thing you can do at the beginning of each verse. So in the song, there's like a little guitar riff played right at the beginning of each verse. So you can kind of do that on acoustic guitar as well, even though that would be on electric. It doesn't sound exactly the same, but it's close enough. Okay, so what you want to do is have a finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret and on the D string. Okay, and then you want to pluck each string one after the other. So you pluck the low E, D, low E, D, and then you pluck the open G string. So it's like this. Okay, and then you go in straight into a G chord to start the verse. So yep, so that's what you can add to it if you want to. Okay, so after the 3rd verse, you go into an instrumental section. So in the song, a guitar solo is actually played over the top. But we're not going to do the guitar solo, but we can do the chord progression on acoustic guitar. Okay, so the chords are D, F, G, D, and then F, C, D. And you actually do that twice, okay? So the D chord is 2nd fret on the G string and high E, and 3rd fret on the B string. And all the other chords I've showed you before. Okay, so it's like this. And you do that twice, okay? And on the second time, right at the end, you hold on to that D, and then you go into the next section, which I think is the verse, the 4th verse. Okay, so after the 4th verse, you go into the outro section, and that starts with the chords from the introduction. Okay, so you know the this bit. Yes, you do that twice, and then you go into the outro section chords, which are G, F, C, and then G. And then you do a G7, F, C, G, and you repeat that. Okay, so it sounds a bit like this. I'm so bored, gotta get out. I'm so bored, gotta get out. I think it's repeated quite a few more times than that, but it's literally just that looped over until the end of the song. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to do on that song. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.